Ooh. Hello, boys. It is me. Geraldine the giraffe lover, or something. Right? How's that? How you been? It's been a little bit since I've updated you boys. As you notice, I've been streaming on YouTube now, so I got lots of VODs sitting around there that are demonetized because I can't find any royalty-free music that says royalty-free, but it's not actually royalty-free. You know, the cons of being a content creator, or just being lazy as fuck. I don't know which one it is. So, I thought I'd do a little bit of an update. I think it's like day 5 now, boys? Is it day 5? Day 4? Day 5 of ladder? And I'm still churning through my Enchantress only for now. And I wanted to show off what I've got. So I've gotten a few things off stream. And I've gotten quite a bit on stream. So perhaps in the future, if I can be fucked, boys, maybe I'll skim through my VODs and try and piece together like a fucking, what do you call it? Like a shitty drop highlight. Maybe that'll be fun. So, what am I currently running? I'm level 84 with my banana. I don't know why, it was just an impulsive name. That's what I got. Strength is 80, my dex is okay. I had to piece it up a little bit to wear this demon machine. So this was my first trade that I actually made. So I traded a foul rune for this, socketed this bitch, and then chucked a shale in. So I got the highest APS, and I don't need to rely on attack speed elsewhere. And then vitality for a little bit here, and then energy, pumping the rest in there. I know my resistances is shit. I've been switching out a lot of different gear to try and get enough plus skills, like from enlightenment here, to feel like I do enough damage. And then I've got my alternate, my magic find set, which I can show as well. It's a little bit difficult, okay? It's difficult. There's a few setups I can do with extra res, but my damage is a bit lower. So it really depends, like, if the terror zones are pretty lit, or if I need to farm, like, nightmare cows for grand charms and other shit like that. You know, I can go a bit easier on the resistances. It kind of depends, right? So with this current setup, I've got 162. I was doing a few, like, mausoleum runs for terror zones and things like that. So this is what I'm currently running. Stats, I've got an extra 5 that can just sit there for a minute. So, over to skills. I got one in Frost Nova for crowd control, one into Frozen Armor, so kind of similar as what you've seen in maybe Boa Week, if you guys were keen on that. Skills in Lightning, 1 point into Static Field. I don't have enough plus skills yet, boys, so it's a little bit rough with the radius that it gives me, but there's no way I'm going to invest anymore, so I'm just going to complain until I'm not complaining. Alright, further down here I've got Energy Shield is sitting at, what is that, base 6 now. So as I'm leveling up, I'm putting more into here. But I feel like it's not quite absorbing enough, so I'm wondering if I want to respec, maybe. But I did just respec to wield the demon machine. So maybe I'll respec, boys, and knock down my TK, my telekinesis, to like half, and then bump out energy shield a bit more just to get that percent up, you know? And then invest a bit more in energy. I don't know, I gotta mix and match because I'm taking way too much damage, and my resist is just, yeah, shockingly bad. Fire spells is what you'd expect, mate. So I got max warmth, enchant, and fire mastery, because that is what we're doing, boys. We're doing fire damage, people. Demon machine, absolute banger. Before this, I was using my Kuko. Before that, I was using Ravenclaw, which I both did find on stream, except this was a trade offline. I think I did this morning. Did I? Yeah, I did this morning. So my mercenary has the Kuko with the shale in it, so she's popping off while I'm popping off. So we're using this bugger at the moment. As I mentioned with shale in this, boys, it means that we can reach the highest APS frames and we don't need to rely on attack speed elsewhere. But I do have these absolutely pinging gloves, boys, that I crafted yesterday. So increased attack speed if I want to mix up with different weapon. I've got knockback, attack rating, fire res, magic find. Oh my god, oh my, what? Pretty good. I do have my 2-piece death set that I was using for quite a while. I have that here. Now that I just got Demon Machine, I don't need to rely on the attack speed, so I did kind of switch it out for the knockback, which is quite helpful. If I'd like to, I can chuck on some Magic Find like this. That makes it a lot easier to free up and do things here. So again, I don't need the attack speed, but I can just, you know, if I get chances, boys, you know, bit your left nut, you're going to see it there. Rings, I've just got a couple of 10 FCR with whatever res and shit I can get. 6 magic find, 20 cold res is nice, right? And then 8 and a little bit of gold find there and 10 FCR. So if I got 20, that's what, the 11th frame I think for casting, which is not too bad if I want to cast with my crossbow out. If I switch to my memory, then I'm reaching 10 frames, you know, 33 FCR, not too bad. So what else do we have, boys? I got the gloves like a mish, 10 FCR rings. I got my death set for Can It Be Frozen. Might be a while till I find Trangs or bloody Ravenfrost, but I'll do what I can. I made this a few days ago. Got a pole rune, so this gives me an extra +2. The Blaze Wind Strike is kind of fun, right? I think it lasts for like maybe 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 16 seconds, whatever the fuck. Fire res, Blaze does get buffed by your Fire Mastery, so you can kite a little bit. It's kind of funny. But yeah, the 2 skills is the main appeal of it. Because after we like buff up here, right? Sorry, switch here, buff up. Where is my kill? +2, it drops down our Fire Mastery. So we lose about just over 200 damage. So we want to have the plus skills where we can. For a helmet, I did shop this beautiful helm. So max, perfect, 40 life, 3 topaz. That's where I'm getting some magic find in this current setup. I've got this beautiful amulet here, which I got from a friend on stream. So we got 2 fire skills, bunch of dexterity, which helps us meet the demon machine, so we can save some points, and then res and whatever, right? And then I've just got some disgusting boots here of 35. I don't know. Maybe 35 is perfect, boys, when you're shopping these, but this is what I'm currently running for Terror Zones, yeah? So 173. On Switch, I do have a memory, which is a +3 enchant 1 to Firewall base, which is really cool. I don't use Firewall, but if I do, it does get the benefits from, warmth. So that does a little bit of damage. But this is 6 energy shield, 6 enchant. So I'm going to be using this for a while until I find, I don't know, something better, maybe a CTA and a War Staff, but that shit I haven't even found on non-ladder, mate, you know? That's pretty damn rare. So this is my main thing that I use to pump up. Now, my damage is at like 4,700, it's pretty good, but if you're wondering, yes, I do have a Sunder Charm, and even this morning, boys, I found another fucking Sunder Charm, but it's exactly the damn same. So these are the 2 that I've found fucking solo, boys, and they're both exactly the same, -77. So, depending on how I'm feeling, I can just have the weird looking one that looks like the tree off Lord of the Rings. I don't know, it looks funny, right? The rest of my charms, I have a bit of res, a little bit of life. This was one of the best ones I've found, 17 life, along with 2 dex and 4 all res. Kind of fucking sick. We've got some decent life charms there. Grand charms, we've just got, I think, 2 magic find. Yeah, this is like the most budget gauge you can find, really. And then I've got 59 mana. So it's not too bad, it does the job. My res is pretty bad. I'm extremely fragile, so I am struggling with that. But you know, I can kind of cheese certain areas, and you know, if I'm feeling spicy, if I'm feeling really skilled, boys, then we can do pretty well in some Terror Zones. Now on my mercenary, I've been flicking between the 2. I've got a Act 2 mercenary that I mess with Holy Freeze, and I give him obedience and whatnot. He's pretty good for Countess farming runs, so maybe I might showcase that in a different video. But this one I switched to at the moment, and I'm fucking enjoying it heavily. So we've got Kuko Shikaku bow with a shale, we've got a treachery in here, and then we have a Howl Tusk, boys. Love this shit. So the 35 damage taken goes to mana does help a little bit. It helps with us even if we want to chuck that on ourselves. So hit causes monsters to flee, and knockback works extremely well because this bitch has 50% PS. So we're getting the added fire damage. The 40 to 180 does add directly to the explosion on standard basic attack when it explodes, and then also all of these exploding arrow, firing arrow as well. So she does 2k at the moment when she's buffed up. Pretty good, boys, pretty good. What is Dark Wood is Terror Zoned. Let's piss off the Dark Wood, boys. Huh? Should we turn our sound up a little bit? So you got like 3. Yeah. Oh, Fire Shrine. We can click this and get the adrenaline pumping. Look at that. So even with a Sunder Charm, boys, you probably noticed that you still need a lot of minus rares and shit to actually deal some damage. It's a little bit difficult. So, I do, at times, depending on the tier zone, I do have a lower res one that I sometimes switch out, boys. Sometimes. I was doing it on some jail runs in the past, but as you can see with this bugger here, some champions like this, you kind of have to kite them around a bit. I didn't mean to do that. I was going to swap to Frost Nova just to help with the kiting. There we go. It's very entertaining when you kind of telestomp, you shoot together. It's little, you're just spamming. Just automatic explosive arrows. I enjoy it. If we go here, we can shoot this bugger against the wall. There we are. Yeah. Not the best place to showcase, is it? Ooh, we got some elite packs over here. I need to watch my health a little bit though. Yeah. Greater Claws, that's pretty exciting. Not really. I did find a Lem this morning, so that's the highest rune I have found. I was close to making a Passion, but I don't have enough charms and shit to really buff up my attack rating enough to make it viable. So that's difficult. So if I did want to do that, I would have to, I'd be forced to use Act 2 Mercenary with Blessed Aim just to have enough. But I'm interested. I'm interested in switching to a melee variant. Maybe that can open up a bit more defensive options, like getting a Monarch Spirit, right? So I can have resistances, have block rate, because it's a little bit fragile just doing with the bow. That's definitely part of it, right? So Fire Enchanted here. I static where I can, but you know, it's still a little bit, it's tough, boys, it's tough, I know. So I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea of what I've been fucking with. I've been really enjoying it. Really fun. Especially now I got Demon Machine, it's a lot better having the PS on both. I will show the Act 2 Mercenary in a separate video. I think that'd be good to show. But as for, like, what the fuck else am I doing, right? What am I kind of working towards? Well, I did find a Lem, so I can make a Passion if I want, or I'm interested in building another melee variant with Rift. So it's a build I've been theory crafting on the side. I ended up shelving it since Ladder was coming out. That's why you boys haven't seen a video or a build guide on it yet. But I'm interested in trying to build that myself on Ladder because I can run dual Sunder Charms, so Cold and Fire Sunder Charm. So that's something I'm interested in trying to do. But again, you know, it does depend on what kind of stuff I can find. But as for increasing this current setup, right, I'd want more plus skills. I need to find a Vex so I can get a Flickering Flame here. To get that minus res is fucking essential, boys. It's bloody, oh, it's so much damage, right? I want to get other pieces like Chanseys if I can. I'd love a Ravenfrost would be amazing because then it can free up this spot here. And then I can mix and match other pieces of gear around. But mainly, I want to get a Vex for Flickering Flame. Maybe like an Ormus, right, with Enchant. More plus skills is going to scale up with more fire damage. That's going to allow me to farm areas faster, yeah? That is about it, boys. You know, I mean, I feel like I can definitely, comfortably ramble a bit longer. But I just wanted to show you, you know, roughly what I've been messing about with, eh? So I hope you've been well. I hope you boys have had better luck than me, eh? But yeah. I'm still going to be streaming. No, I'm not going to schedule anything on YouTube because fuck that. I got too much going on at the moment. So whenever I do pop up, you guys can have a look. But that's what it's going to be from now on. So maybe I'll make a video in the future about it, about me leaving Twitch or whatever. But just for the meantime, that's where I'm streaming. That's where I'm streaming, boys. So yeah, you can catch me here on YouTube, Doubleless Billis, streaming some more bloody Enchantress, mate. I'll see you, I'll try an upload next week as well, in between my VODs. I've still got a few build guides I'm working on, but I will try and keep you updated with my sweaty little demon machine Enchantress. Hey, boys? Right. I'll see you, boys. Have a good one.